Hey, Brian, you busy? I have to talk to you about something.
What is it, Kendra? Tell me.
How long do you plan on living with Mom? Grow up and stop sponging off of her.
What? What is this all of a sudden?
I'm telling you to grow up. Get out of Mom's house. Get a job and support yourself. How many years has it been since you quit your job? You spend all day alone in your room. It's bothering Mom. Dad's probably looking down on you now from heaven, ashamed.
What are you talking about? I've got a job. I'm working hard. I work from home and I make money.
Oh, stop lying. I heard you spend all day in your room playing on your computer. You're just playing games, aren't you?
Heard. Heard from who?
From Mom, of course. She's worried about you. She called me yesterday and told me. At your age, you should be out working, not sitting home in your bedroom all day. You're wasting all of Mom's money. You know she doesn't have a full-time job. She only has a couple side jobs. She barely brings in any money. She can't continue supporting you two. Are you not embarrassed of yourself?
What is all this? I told you I have a job. I'm working. I work from home and I'm making as much money as I did before. I've explained all this to Mom before as well.
I don't know what you mean when you say working from home, but Mom wants you to get out and get a real job. One where you leave the house. It's embarrassing for Mom to have a son that everyone thinks is a shut-in. She said so.
Mom said that.
Yes? And how long are you going to stay unmarried? Are you not planning on giving Mom grandkids? What kind of a son are you? Mom said you're an embarrassment to her.
Really? That's really how she feels about me?
Yeah, and I feel the same too. We don't need anyone like you trying to take care of things over there. So will you do us all a favor and just get out?
What? What are you saying?
I'm going to be moving back in with Mom. So I want you out of the house.
No, really. What are you talking about? You can't move back in with Mom. You're married. What about your husband and your son?
Oh, I got divorced. I'm taking my son and I'm moving back in with Mom.
What? You got divorced? Why?
It doesn't matter why, does it? I don't need a jobless shut-in like you commenting on my life.
Yeah, but you got divorced?
Anyway, I'm going to be moving back in with Mom and supporting her. So hurry up and get out and start living on your own. Get your act together. Mom doesn't need to be supporting a jobless, unmarried embarrassment like you. So get out and start being independent.
Hey, hold on a minute here. Does Mom know you're telling me to do all this? This isn't your decision to make.
Of course she knows. She wanted me to tell you all this. Besides, she said she'd feel a lot better living with me and my son than with you. She can't wait to start living with her beautiful grandson. She's so happy about it.
So, Mom is in on this with you, huh?
Yeah, so get out. I'm going to look after the house and Mom from now on. As for you, hurry up and get a real job.
Okay, I get it. It's just that Dad died 5 years ago, and because I'm the eldest, I've been taking care of everything since then. But if you and Mom both feel that strongly about it, I'll leave. But I'm taking all the things I bought with my money with me when I leave. And when I leave, I'm not having anything to do with the house or the property anymore. You said you'd take care of everything, so don't rely on me to do it.
Oh, you don't even have to say it. We wouldn't rely on you for anything. What would we possibly rely on an unemployed shut-in like you for? And take whatever you bought, I don't care. I don't want to use anything that a loser like you has touched anyway. If you do leave anything of yours, I'll just burn it anyway.
Are you sure you're okay with all this? Can you two really manage the property and everything to do with it without me? Essentially, I'm going to be breaking off all ties I have to that place, okay?
Stop bothering me with all this nonsense. Of course we're okay with it. Just hurry up and get your useless ass out. You're an embarrassment to us all.
This means I'm not going to be paying for anything anymore either.
Who needs your money anyway? You don't even work. How much money could you pay anyway? We don't need the nickels and dimes you find between the seat cushions.
You said it. I won't forget. I'm not going to be there for you. If you need help, don't come crawling to me.
Likewise. Don't ever ask us to help you again either. I'm not as nice as Mom. I'm not going to help a loser like you.
Okay, I get it. Well, I'll start getting all my stuff together. I'll be out in about a week. I'll send you all the paperwork to have the house, the bills, and everything else put in your name. You can fill it all out.
I know how to do it. You don't have to worry about a thing. Try not to become homeless when you're on your own. Good luck finding a job, loser. Hey, Brian, where's all of Dad's money? What's wrong with you, you jobless loser?
Excuse me? What are you talking about? What do you mean, Dad's money?
What do you mean, what do I mean? All of the money from Dad's inheritance? All the money he left behind for Mom? After I got all moved in, I was looking for it, and it's not anywhere. It should be here. Where did you hide it? You didn't take it with you, did you? You lousy thief!
Look, I have no idea what you're talking about. There isn't any money left from Dad.
What? Why the hell not? Did you use it all?
No, I didn't use it. Mom spent it all.
What? Mom did?
If you want to be exact, right after Dad died, Mom got swindled out of a ton of money. She got into a lot of debt. They caught the guys that screwed her over, but not all of the money was ever returned. She had to use all of Dad's money just to get out of debt. So, the only thing Mom has left to her name is that house and that property. There's no money.
You're kidding. So how has Mom been surviving up until now? Mom's little side jobs aren't enough to support her. And the government doesn't give her hardly anything.
I told you I was working this whole time, but you refused to believe me, didn't you?
But that's not possible. You said you were working from home. You can't make much money working from home. It'd be like a kid's allowance. There's no way you'd be making enough to support yourself, let alone Mom and this house. I read so on the internet.
Look, I don't know what you read on the internet, but I'm making more from home than I ever did working at that other company.
More than your old job? How is that possible?
I'm doing the exact same job I was doing before. I'm just working freelance now. The clients and customers I met while working at my old job are hiring me directly now. But now I'm not paying for gas to and from the office, and I'm not eating out for lunch every day anymore. On top of that, I'm getting paid more for each job because the company isn't taking its own cut. The electricity bill has gone up at the house, I suppose, but only by a bit.
So you've really been supporting Mom this whole time. You haven't been relying on Dad's money.
That's right. It was never there to rely on. And Mom's little side jobs, they've never brought in enough money to cover the maintenance and utility costs of the house. Anyway, she uses all the money she makes for trips to the hospital or doing things with friends.
So what about all the money Mom gives my son for birthdays and holidays and all the other times? And that big party she threw for my son and his friends when he entered elementary school?
I gave her the money for all that. Mom doesn't have any savings at all. I gave her money for all that stuff.
I thought she was always just using Dad's money. You were making that much money working from home. I had no idea.
Well, that's what was going on. I can see why you thought I used up all of Dad's money. I'm glad we got that cleared up. Since that's cleared up, I guess this conversation is over.
Wait, hold on. If you got that much money, why don't you send us a little to help out with everything?
Huh? Why?
Just because you moved doesn't mean you're still not the eldest, right? As the eldest, whether you live here or not, I think you still have a responsibility to help out. I said I was going to be taking over all of the management and stuff for the house. So you can pay me a little bit for all my troubles. Call it a fee or a thank you, whatever.
What is wrong with you? I told you not to ask me for anything, and you said you wouldn't ask me for anything. You said that no more than 10 days ago.
I said that back when I thought Mom still had a ton of Dad's money left over. And I didn't know my big brother was making a lot of money. I thought Mom had a ton of money in the bank. That's why I left my husband. I quit my job before moving back here too. But when I get here, I find out there isn't a cent waiting for me. I can't live like this. I have no money. I've got a little kid to feed. I beg you, just pay us what you were paying before.
Not a chance. It's your own fault. You assumed Mom had lots of money in the bank, and you quit your job. You think I'm just gonna keep paying money? You kept calling me a loser and an embarrassment? You think you can treat me like dirt all the time and then still rely on me when you're in trouble? You've got a lot of nerve. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I said I didn't know. So it's not my fault. Anyway, just help me out until I find another job, okay? And if you can, just a little bit after that too. And I'd be really happy. Please, you're my brother. You'd be helping out your little sister and your nephew. Consider it that way.
No thanks. You get your act together. Mom doesn't need to be supporting a jobless, unmarried embarrassment like you. You said you were going to look after the house and Mom from now on. So don't rely on me to do it.
How could you? You're just going to abandon your family? You're going to leave your mother and your sister and your little nephew stranded like this?
Yeah, I don't care what happens to you. I'm an embarrassment to you and Mom, remember? And why would I care what happens to the house I got kicked out of? Not to mention, you never once apologized to me for anything you did or said about me, did you? So, why would I want to give you anything? I'm not giving you 1 cent.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying you're an unemployed shut-in. And for saying you're an embarrassment. Forgive me. So please, Brian, help us.
No. Because of your big mouth and because Mom agreed with you, I don't know you two anymore. This is my first time living by myself, and I'm loving it. I splurged and bought myself the best high-rise condo in town. I'm finally free now. It's great.
Your mom and your sister are here struggling, and you're living by yourself in a high-rise condo? What is this? What's going on here? This isn't what was supposed to happen.
Well, whatever happens next, just do your best. Don't sponge off your mother forever. Good luck looking for a job, loser. After that, Kendra started to panic and applied for jobs at any places that were hiring. She got a job at a supermarket in her neighborhood. But because she's so stubborn, she had some trouble with the people there, customers and employees. And I heard she quit after only a month. Her neighbors tried to distance themselves from her too. Suddenly, she felt isolated in the house she grew up in. She blamed Mom for everything. She said all this happened because Mom didn't tell her about losing all of Dad's money. And because they see each other every day now, I hear they're always at each other's throats. After hearing that, I felt really bad for leaving my nephew in such an environment. I contacted my sister's ex-husband and told him that he should really come and get my nephew. After hearing what happened, my ex-brother-in-law got really upset with Kendra and came back to get his son. He was able to get full custody of my nephew and took him away from Kendra. My ex-brother-in-law is raising my nephew quite well with the help of his parents. Because of that, Kendra got even more angry and even harder to live with. My mom has called me many times begging me to please come back home. But I just say, sorry Mom, it's my first time living on my own, so I'm too busy to do that.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. See you next time.